Welcome to MsMojo, and in today's installment of Versus, we're settling the ultimate debate. Who would have made the better Marilyn Monroe in Bombshell? Smashes Karen Cartwright or Ivy Lynn? Round 1. Connection with co-stars. Karen is the fresh-faced newcomer, still full of hope and untouched by Broadway's brutal grind. Sure, people mock her naivete, but that's part of what makes her so easy to love. She's kind, effortlessly likable, and wins people over fast. Unlike Ivy's big show-stopping presence, Karen's charm is quieter and more natural, yet she still totally holds her own.
And that doesn't make me stupid or lame or untalented. She shouldn't be trying to get me fired. And you should be trying to help me.
She faces everything from intense rivalries to messy romantic drama to high-stakes creative clashes, and she never loses that easygoing, adaptable energy.
Derek, that's my favorite song. It's my character's anthem. Don't give it to Anna.
I just did.
People underestimate her, but that's their mistake. Karen's got that raw, unshaped potential that makes her feel like a true rising star.
She just has something that you don't. I'm sorry.
Ivy may be the daughter of a Broadway star, but she's not reaped the benefits of nepotism, having spent forever in the ensemble. So when she finally gets a shot at the spotlight, she clings to it for dear life, no matter who she has to shove aside.
I'm just having a little trouble hearing myself. The chorus is very enthusiastic.
Ensemble.
Well, not everyone seems to understand what that means as one.
She's got her theater world circle, but her cutthroat ambition definitely burns some bridges. And for all her experience, she still takes criticism personally.
Did you hear that? Karen, maybe you can work with Ivy on that. Set something up with Larry. Let's do it again, please.
If you say something is taboo, well, that's the thing I want to do. Do it till we're black and blue. Let's be bad.
It takes her hitting near rock bottom to realize that she'd catch more flies with honey than vinegar, though that doesn't last. Ivy's a star, but she's also her own worst enemy.
Snatched at the waist, and you'll be all set.
La la. Hey, girl.
Okay, we all got through that. Now who's gonna buy me a drink?
Winner, Karen. Round 2. Looks and style. If you've ever seen early photos of pre-fame Marilyn, aka Norma Jean, you'll know she was a natural brunette, just like Karen. Marilyn supposedly went blonde at the suggestion of Blue Book model agency's Emmeline Snively, who told her it would help her get places.
It means you're a bit green.
So is Marilyn.
Yes, but no one would have hired Marilyn to play Marilyn at the beginning.
Well, that would have been their mistake, wouldn't it?
In that sense, Karen actually fits the role. No, she doesn't look like Marilyn, but she has somewhere to build from. Her personal style isn't exactly screaming bombshell, but her freshness to the biz makes her easy to shape into the part.
Make it up, shake it up, let the fantasies begin. Here's the dope. To get cast, change the past, make the light just right for CinemaScope.
Thankfully, she doesn't need a drastic dye job to land the gig. Huge shout out to the wig department for that one.
Face and figure are whistle fade. Honey, you'll have the keys to the studio gate. I never met a woman who didn't love to have.
Just looking at Ivy, you can totally see why Tom thought she'd be perfect to help workshop the role of Marilyn.
It's Ivy's part. She has Marilyn's soul, she has her body, she looks like Marilyn.
With her blonde hair and confident curves, she really captures Marilyn's strength, femininity, and self-assuredness. There's definitely a resemblance that you can't miss. Even though we don't actually see her audition, Ivy styles herself after Monroe. It's actually pretty close to her own personal style, too.
Flashback to a girl with a song in her heart as she's waiting to start the adventure.
Whenever she dresses up as Marilyn, whether it's for her callback or on stage, it's clear that if this was all about looks, Ivy would totally have it in the bag.
For a kiss they paid 1,000, yet they paid 50 cents for my soul.
Winner, Ivy. Round 3. Dance skills. Karen's still a newbie in the industry, so her dance moves aren't perfect yet, but a little practice goes a long way.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. Look, the gesture goes all the way to the end of the fingertips, and then the chin comes up. Josh, show me the combination again, please.
Her callback starts a little bit shaky, but by the time they're ready to show the combo, She's practically mamboing her way to perfection. She's no Ivy when it comes to technical skills at first, but Karen pours her heart into every step.
I never met a woman who didn't love to howl. No, I never met a man who wasn't on the prowl.
While she may initially lack experience, her determination more than makes up for it. Over time, you can see her growing and improving, and it doesn't take long for her to find her footing in the demanding world of Broadway choreography.
He's the one I'm leaving you for.
Ivy spent about a decade in the ensemble, so it's no surprise she can dance.
Have you noticed that he signals every time I approach?
Kill me out,
Throw him out.
because there isn't a doubt that all men like to play at
The national best.
Marilyn is a true performer, and Ivy's technical precision and flawless execution bring that to life. Marilyn's dance numbers aren't just about looking pretty, they're about presence.
The spirits are sagging, their feet are a dragging. Fall off on that wagon, the piano hums to the bass and drums, and I'll be dancing when Hoover comes.
Ivy masters the tricky choreography while capturing Marilyn's sexy yet sensitive energy. Every move she makes feels intentional, whether she's doing a slow, sultry number or an upbeat routine. She totally owns it, but it's the emotional connection she adds to every dance that really makes her stand out. Honestly, once Karen improved her footwork, we'd be hard-pressed to pick between them. Winner, tie.
'Cause I'm gonna be a smash. Yes, I'm gonna be a smash.
Round 4, stage presence. It's not like Marilyn was born a star. She had to climb her way up from the bottom, just like Karen.
As of this day, Norma Jean's gone. She's moving on.
They both share that innocence and sweetness. Behind Marilyn's sex symbol image, there was a woman who just wanted to be loved. And Karen brings that same vulnerability to her performances in a way that's completely relatable.
When you sing happy birthday to someone you love, or see diamonds you wish were all free, please say that you won't. I pray that you don't forget me.
She taps into something that her rival can't quite reach, which reminds us of the human being behind the icon. That genuine sensitivity is what connects her to the role and reminds audiences that there's so much more to Marilyn than meets the eye.
Baby girl still had something beautiful to give.
If we're talking about the Marilyn Monroe who became a global icon, then yes, of course, Ivy's the clear choice.
when the season's over, the play won't end.
'Cause a baseball diamond is a girl's best friend.
Like Marilyn, Ivy owns every stage, ensuring all eyes are on her at all times. She effortlessly commands attention with a confidence that radiates from every move. Sure, Ivy's got years of technical skill under her belt, but she also knows the importance of nuance.
Oh, how is that?
Well, this one's actually really good about the Arthur Miller, Elia Kazan stuff. Not so good on the movies, but there's so much of that on some of the other ones, I don't really miss it.
How many have you read?
A lot.
And the movies?
All of them.
Come on, even Clash by Night.
Even Monkey Business.
You can tell she studied Marilyn's every move, adding those subtle touches that any fan would recognize. Ivy channels Marilyn's fierce, magnetic energy that won her legions of fans. If you ask us, Ivy and Karen combined make one multifaceted character.
Some like it hot and that ain't bad.
Winner, tie. Round 5, audience response. Karen's journey had a lot of promise, and seeing her go from a newcomer to a Broadway star is pretty engaging.
Are they seeing more people?
Just me and one other person. Somebody new, Karen something. They didn't see her do a dance audition, so they're calling her back for that. We're both getting called back for scene work, but I don't have to dance.
It's classic. You put in 10 years in the chorus and Karen something shows up.
But not all audiences warmed up to her as Marilyn. Don't get us wrong, she's super talented. But her lack of experience often seeped through, which made some people skeptical about really seeing her in the role.
What's next? Well, I can't even give you a hint. But boys, that's a wrap. So cut print. Moving
After all, this character needs to be played by someone with a big personality and history. It makes you wonder how many aspiring principal actors watching the series rolled their eyes at the idea of a total newcomer landing the role over a seasoned veteran. Yeah, they weren't buying it.
Where's Karen Cartwright?
Here. I'm here.
You're going on as Marilyn. Tonight.
Outside of the show's realm, Ivy's not exactly the nicest person. Well, not at first. We get it. Her mom's tough on her, and she's been working in a ruthless business for years with little payoff.
This is so silly. I mean, I don't know. You sound amazing and everything. I don't know why he needs you to take singing lessons from a chorus girl. That's not what I was going to say. No?
But does that justify how she treats people around her? We're gonna say no. However, if we're only focusing on her appeal as Marilyn, there's no denying she was a fan favorite.
I knew the song from before. It was my callback piece.
Oh, your callback for what?
For Marilyn.
Well, I'm singing it now.
She looked the part, had the talent, and most importantly, she wanted it so badly that she worked relentlessly to bring authenticity to her performance. Say what you will about her, but she'd more than paid her dues. Winner, Ivy. Round 6, vocal performance. Katharine McPhee's got a beautiful singing voice, no doubt, but does it have that Marilyn Monroe charm? Effortlessly seductive, sweetly fragile, and with that warm, breathy tone?
Kisses come free, they never give all the heart.
Sometimes, McPhee's voice has its own appeal, effortlessly exuding innocence and allure and packed with emotion. We'd happily listen to her sing anything from Let Me Be Your Star to 20th Century Fox Mambo to Don't Forget Me on repeat.
But there are some born to shine who can do it alone, so protect them and take special care. Take care.
But if we're being honest, we'd probably love her versions of those tracks just as much if she dropped them as singles rather than as Marilyn. No wonder she's a hit in hit list later on.
She wants to be original. She will become something remarkable.
Despite what Derek might think, Ivy has that soft, airy quality, almost a whisper at times, that we've come to associate with Marilyn. But thanks to her, and Megan Hilty's Broadway background, she has one incredible belt. Ivy might actually be more of a vocal powerhouse than Marilyn, but she shares that magnetic sound that's almost hypnotic. She's got the feel of Marilyn down, but she also brings a playful confidence that adds some much-needed depth.
But that second-hand white baby grand still has something beautiful to give.
If we owned the Bombshell soundtrack, we'd be listening to her belt out those iconic numbers non-stop. Is it any wonder she ends up winning a Tony Award for the role? Winner, Ivy.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Round 7, overall star power. When we first meet Karen, she's got plenty of talent but is a little short on star power. That's exactly why we love her journey.
I am just as good as any of you guys.
Shh. Thank you.
It's true. I am the same as you. You were all beginners too, and I'm good.
Sure, it's not always the most realistic, but her rise from nowhere narrative is one many of us can relate to. And it mirrors Marilyn's climb to fame. Karen's arc is compelling as she steps out of Ivy's shadow and starts carving her own path in the business, eventually leading her to hit list.
She will become something remarkable. Who cares what's done? She has to hold. She'll remain as somebody original.
It's an injustice that the series got cancelled so soon, especially when Karen's story clearly had so much more to unfold. We were robbed of seeing just how far she could go.
That's life. Funny as it may seem, Some people get their kicks stepping on a dream.
Ivy's got star power in spades, and she barely needs to break a sweat for it. It's in her bones.
I never met a wolf who didn't love to howl. No, I never met a man who wasn't on the prowl.
Her voice, her confidence, her charisma, they all work together in a way that makes everything she does effortless. It doesn't hurt that she was raised by a leading lady, so she's had a front row seat to the workings of the biz from early on.
But I know how heartbreaking this world is, and I can't stand to watch you go through everything I went through. Even now, I wish you'd find something else.
Like Marilyn, when she takes on a role, she totally immerses herself in it. She couldn't have an easier time lighting up the stage since that star power is practically written into her DNA. And believe us, she was born for the spotlight.
Now a new Monroe doctrine is in effect, so go tell Mr. Zach to read it and weep. 'Cause I'm not just here to dig, I'm here to dig.
Winner, Ivy. And with that, our overall winner today is Ivy.
It's all for the taking, and its magic will be making. Let me be your star.
Who's your ultimate Marilyn? Tell us why she's your star in the comments.
I'm what you've been needing. It's all here and my heart's bleeding. Let me be your star.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.